Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Banish the Doubt. In this episode, I would like to talk about beliefs and reality and now, the now moment. You see, our lives, your life, my life, is nothing more than just a series of now moments. Everything changes every single moment. So we don't ever look outside of ourselves for reality. That's the programming. This is what I was talking about earlier today about the programming inside. We've been our lives have been programmed by others who come before us, parents, ancestors, other people, teachers, coaches, TV, media. All of this programs our thinking. But within each of us, when we're born into this world, we where we come from is this formless substance that is pure love, pure light, pure joy, pure just it is just pure enlightenment. It does not want for anything. You and I look at conditions outside of ourselves and say, well, that's what I want. The ego wants. See, we don't ever we don't ever um, look for anything outside. It's only whatever we have in our life, whatever we are, is nothing more than a manifestation of the inner thoughts inside of us. So, whatever we're desiring to have, anything that's outside of us that's going to make us feel better. The car will make us feel better once we have the car, once we have the relationship, once we have the house, once we live in the community, the new area, the town. Life becomes nothing more than a series of, well, when I have this, then I will that. We have it backwards. We feel now the feelings now that what we feel that first now in this, because once we have the car, the relationship, the house, the job, the position, it'll be now. Life is nothing more than a series of now moments. So we never seek for reality. We choose the reality we want to have now. So your life is nothing more than right now. So you choose now in this moment to be the fulfillment once the car, because once you have the car, then it's going to be the next car. Once you have the relationship, then it's going to be the next relationship. Once you have the house, it's going to be, well, I've got to get a bigger house. I've got to get it's never we're never satisfied, which it's always it comes down to you choose the reality as reality now. I am that whatever it is. I am happy. I am fulfilled now. This is why we have affirmations that say, I am so happy and grateful now that I am now so happy and grateful now. See, the affirmation is I am, and then now. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. We're declaring it now. The other affirmation is I in this moment have, singular, right here now, I have a lavish, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. I, right here, right now, have in this moment. So we are declaring it as reality. We're not choosing to, we are declaring the reality now. We're not looking for it outside of us. The affirmations are not, well, one day when I do have that, then I will feel this. It's not. It is now I am. So we want to quote from the book, Your Faith is Your Fortune, from Neville, when he said here, My words are spirit, and they are true, and they shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish whereunto they are sent. So that's what he's saying there is whatever I put out comes back to me. The words I say come back to me. If I have words of declaring now, it's only it is now. You feel it now. If we say, well, when I get, we put those words out, the self-talk goes out to the universe. Well, when I get, the universe says, okay, well, whenever you get, it's not now. You never get it because once you have the car, and I know this for myself personally. So I've always loved BMWs. Well, one day, a couple of years ago, I finally had a BMW. And I was driving here on the highway here in New Jersey, and I found myself in that moment thinking, well, this is it. I have the BMW. It was somewhat of an empty feeling. And I understood in that moment, like, well, it's not that. The car can never fulfill you. The relationship can never fulfill you. The job can never fulfill you. You see what I'm saying? Only you can do it. You feel fulfilled. And then when the car comes, it's just a car. It gets you from point A to point B. Then you feel fulfilled. You feel it first. When you feel fulfilled and you feel comfortable in your now moment, then the relationship comes to you. But there's not an attachment. You see, there's a love. It's not an attachment. See, a lot of relationships that we've been led to believe are attachments. And they're not attachments. We're not attached to the other person. We are two people who come together based on a mutual understanding and a love for themselves. And then that love is intertwined. It's why we can say things such as, there is no looking in, there is no possession. You don't possess the other person. You feel love for yourself. You feel the love for yourself. Then that love is put forth. This energy goes out and it attracts like. And that person who feels the love for themselves, they're connected with that inner spirit within them. That's when the two people come together. When you feel that love for yourself and that you just you start to radiate this, and then circumstances start to take place in your life, and then you find yourself sort of drifting, if you will, in a now moment, and then that opportunity to go to the next town or the area you want to live materializes in the universe. The universe then brings that to you. It's not bringing it to you so much as it's just manifesting. Okay, you're able to see it now because you're declaring in the moment, I am living in this place. This house looks like this, even though it may in the 3D world be a one-bedroom studio apartment. In your mind, you are living and you are very satisfied. I am so grateful, so thankful now that I am living in this 3 or 4 bedroom colonial style home or split level home in this particular neighborhood or whatever. See, you're going to live in that space, in that reality. And as you adopt this feeling, this mindset that you are living that, then whatever takes place in our 3D world doesn't matter. You see it, okay? We see it with our 5 senses. We see it with our eyes, but we are not affected by it because we've declared, we have this self-talk within us that says, no, I am living in that place. I am occupying this position, this job, this higher position, because you are acting as reality. You're not you're not choosing. I mean, you're not looking outside for a reality, this perceived reality to change. You are acting as reality, and you're choosing which reality you're going to live in. That is a tremendous difference from the way we were raised, the way we were conditioned and programmed to believe. We we look for the positives in everything. We look as reality. We choose the reality. We say this is, and whatever happens in our 3D world, we are unaffected by it because we are operating from a premise that no, I am already living in this other place. I am the reality. I am this person. That's how we can, and this is how, because in each moment it's a now moment, and whenever that, and we eventually will occupy this space in time known as reality in whatever that may be, but we stick to that. This is how we can choose our reality rather than look outside of us for reality. We choose as reality. I am this now. I am so happy and grateful now that we, we don't we don't sort of just meander through this 3D world, but we have this mindset, and we can just sort of operate within the world as this mindset that yes, I am that. I am so happy and grateful now that my life is, because these words, this self-talk we put out goes out into the universe, and that part of our brain that, um, as we have this self-talk, we tell ourselves this over and over again. There's a part of our brain that the subconscious mind just says, okay, this is what you want. This is what we're going to bring to you. We're going to show this to you, because it doesn't say to you, well, yeah, you say you want this, but you're living in in a studio apartment. Yeah, you say you want that job, but you're only making this much money, and you'd have to go convince these other people. It doesn't say that. It says, okay, that's what you want, and that's because this is where our life is now. We are where we are in our life right now because of the self-talk we have had, the layers and layers of conditioned programmed behavior for however many years it's been for you sitting before you sat here watching this video. We tell ourselves this all the time. We are around in the 3D world people and events and circumstances that validate this thinking. It could be no other way. It's why you would never see a CEO of a corporation, nothing against the custodian or janitor in the company, but saying, "Hey, Steve, what are you doing later? Let's go get a couple of drinks." They're operating on two different energetic levels. You see what I'm saying? They don't think the same way. They don't have the same value system. They don't see life through the same filter, the same prism. The CEO sees his or her life completely different. Again, nothing against a person that's a custodian or a janitor, but they have a completely different mindset. You see, this is so we want to adopt this mindset of I am reality, and I am choosing what I decide in my life that I want to see come materialize in my world. Because if for you to desire anything, for you to desire that home in that particular town or what have you, is because it already exists in this universe. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the desire. But you don't desire it as much as you say, I am choosing that reality. And when I wake up in the morning, I am choosing the reality of that this is the house that I'm living in. I am so thankful and I have gratitude towards this is what my life is. This is where I am working. This is where I am living. We go to bed tonight. We go to bed, and we as again we're in that theta brain state. We are telling ourselves We are acting with a state of attitude of gratitude. Thank you. I'm so thankful for this day. I'm so thankful that I'm living here. I am that person. We could even revise our day. Neuroplasticity refers to it as the pruning shears of, and then Neville Goddard talked about the pruning shears of revision, but there actually is a way that we can, as we go to sleep, look back on our day and any points in our day, any interactions or what have you that didn't go as we were thinking as we should or as reality, we can then change it before we go to sleep. We change it. Again, we're telling our subconscious this. No, this is how my life is. This is how I live. This is who I am. You know, for those of you who are a little older like myself, you may remember Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a great mindset. Um, he had a great mindset. He was always acting as if he was I am the greatest. I'm a bad man. I am the greatest. I'm pretty. It got to be somewhat of a joke, but he was telling himself, this is my reality. I'm acting as reality. I am the champion. His slogan was, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. That ended up becoming his slogan, and people ate it up because he was acting the way I think a lot of people wanted to feel and live, which is, I am the greatest. He didn't care what anybody else thought. It wasn't about anything in his 3D world or anything outside of him. He was I am the greatest. This is the mindset that we want to adopt. We want to adopt this mindset that we want to go through our life as reality, and we act as reality is right now. And we do this and we can change our past because as we do this, we change our past and our future in this moment because it's nothing more than a now moment. You change now. You start to talk differently now. And as the book was saying, as Neville Goddard said, and the Bible says, words do not return void. If we want anything to change, we have to put that out. We have to first think it. Excuse me, 1 second. We first think it. We first get the thought in our head. We get the idea. We then verbalize it and we put it out. Either we audibly put it out or we tell our own self-talk. I am that. I am living this way. I am whatever it is you want to be. You act like this. You start to do this over and over again. And this is how you start to change reality as reality. This is how you want to operate. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm honored each and every time to make these videos for you guys. If you're new to the channel, just hit the subscribe button. If anybody would like any kind of working one-on-one with any of this, feel free to go to my channel, click on a link. I'd be honored to work with you. Thank you again, guys, very much, and I'll see you again soon.